I think if you put yourself in the shoes of somebody who has been affected by this disaster, when you first see your home reduced to a pile of debris, the reaction is, oh my goodness, where do I start? We thought taking on this challenge was the best way to clear the neighborhood of debris as quickly and as efficiently as possible. We have something like 346, unfortunately now 347 homes to remove their debris. And we thought by getting a consolidated effort together, we could clear the neighborhood hopefully as soon as the end of August. We believe with the bulk approach that GE Johnson is working on, we can be very effective on cost, very effective in terms of removing liability from the homeowners, and also be very sensitive to the environment. Jim Johnson was on our team from the start because they bring a perspective of very large project management. And really, when we look at the restoration of the neighborhood of Mountain Shadows, we are actually looking at a very large project, and Jim and GE Johnson have those skills to bring to bear on this challenge.
GE Johnson was actually founded in Colorado Springs January 3rd, 1967, so we are celebrating our 45th year in Colorado Springs. We answered the call to get involved from a community perspective, and we saw a chance to also bring some of our construction and larger project experience. My role on the committee is really trying to provide information and thoughts on the city's capabilities and resources, and in specific, as it relates to the debris cleanup, how the logistics and planning and scheduling of it might work, as well hopefully alleviate some of the fears of some of the people that have this big challenge ahead of removing all this debris. We've tried to make a couple different ways available to all the homeowners, recognizing the fact that they're currently displaced. Trailblazer Elementary has graciously donated their parking lot for GE Johnson to establish kind of a beachhead, an information center. You are welcome. It will be manned during normal working hours to come in, give us your address, we will prepare an estimate. You can also go on the website of coloradosprings.org and sign in with your name and address, and we will follow up by either email or phone in preparation of that estimate. Some of the frustration currently is there's various different parties that want to move and want action. Everybody kind of has their procedures. The homeowner is required to get an estimate. You know, we are in the process of providing individual estimates. Then they need to get back with the carriers and adjusters to make sure they expense the funds. It is all done in the homeowner's best interest to make sure they don't end up contracting for more than the carrier wants to pay, et cetera, et cetera. The estimates do vary. We have some houses that obviously a lot of the brick and stone, and in a lot of cases the chimneys are still left. We have some that are truly almost just ashes, and they're different lot sizes. So each house, each property needs to have an individual estimate. We have seen an initial influx of people requesting estimates, and we've developed a process now internally that is able to turn those around much quicker.
Certainly nobody is being forced to use GE Johnson. As we explained at the time when we were doing the prototypes, it's everybody's right to select their own contractor. However, I think what you will find with GE Johnson is they offer a number of advantages. We're just trying to facilitate a quick and easy and safe and environmentally sound process for removing that debris. The quickest way to make this happen is, number one, express interest either by calling us up on our phone, 719-385-2000, or signing up on our webpage. You will see debris removal tab is on the front page of our website. And then obviously you can contact GE Johnson directly. Talking with the neighbors that participate in the program, I know Dick and Francine Hansen were just delighted to take the first step in their restoration process, and were just totally impressed with the way that the GE Johnson crew managed to work so effectively with homes adjacent to their property suffering minimum disruption, whether it was from dust or the workers doing the debris removal. And so I think overall, when they saw their basement left cleaned down, washed down, free of debris, it was very different from what they had seen just 2 days earlier.
The first thing we want to do with the debris cleanup process is get all our safety barriers in place to keep all our workers safe, as well as anybody else working in the surrounding area. Once we get our barricades up and in place, we'll come in and start cleaning up and separating the debris from the metal. As you can see, we got a pile of metal here, metal debris that will go to the scrap yard. And then we have a pile of debris that will be wrapped in 6 mil plastic inside of a truck and hauled to a qualified landfill company. During this process, you need to keep the dust down, so we have water set up for dust control so we can control our work environment. You see our employees are dressed in Tyvek suits to protect their clothing from the ash, protect their skin. Also, we're wearing N90 dust mask respirator, and then the gloves and the hard hat and the safety glasses and earplugs, all just to keep the employees safe during this process. Relatively, it'll take a day to a day and a half for a residence this size.
Challenges at first were very much, how do we get information? What do we do next? I think the group Colorado Springs Together has developed a very good process, whether it's flow charts or getting that information out, how to take that next step. The homeowners are doing a very good job. It's really getting the information, making sure we have a way to get back to them, get the information so that they can work with their individual insurance carrier and get resolution on this piece. They don't have to decide whether they're going to rebuild or not today. We're talking about debris removal. I think the homeowners also need to help us in the neighborhood. If there's a problem with speeding traffic or theft, please come to our office. We're here to support and help kind of manage and police that operation as well.
I would encourage people who have not yet signed up, either with their own contractor or with GE Johnson, to really consider joining the program. Obviously, we have 2/3 of the homes covered right now, and I think by working with GE Johnson and indeed the other contractors, as people are now seeing the debris removed from their site, this is the first step of many steps, but it is the first step on their road to recovery.